Hey man, welcome back to the No Sugarcoat Podcast. I am your host today, True World on the beat with my boy Sid the Great. We gonna go ahead and switch things and take things to the other side of the hemisphere. Y'all already know what to do.
All right, man.
But first thing we gotta do, we gotta do something. You know what we gotta do?
Come on, tell them what
we gotta give all praise and honor to God because He is the reason we are here
today.
right now. So can I get an amen?
Amen.
Come on now, I need an amen.
Come on now. Hey.
Oh yeah,
Come
he
on.
coming in with the hymns.
Come
Y'all already
on
know
now.
what it is. So there was a topic that was heavy on my mind, and it to some degree it was reinforced by a movie, Central Intelligence, with Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and it was about peaking in high school. So my question is, do you know people that peaked in high school?
I do know people in high school. I'm not gonna say no, but I've seen them or heard of them. I mean, what have you? You have them on social media, and you see them do nothing with them with their lives now. But in high school, they were banging. You know what I'm saying? No, not banging as in looks. I'm talking about just the popularity and what they had going on was everything. And now, it's like, where did you go? I don't know.
It's kind of like it's kind of like when you get on a roller coaster and you get stuck at the top of the hill. Because think about it, roller coasters, two types of energies: potential energy and kinetic energy, right?
Right.
So when you're going up a roller coaster on the hill, on that first hill with the chain lift, you got all this potential being built up.
Mm-hmm.
But if it gets stuck at that hill, it's wasted potential.
So you feel like people have wasted their potential?
I feel like
in high school they got stuck on that hill?
Yeah. But
did they really get stuck on that hill? Because if that's the case, they would stay on a high. See, but
here's the thing. That's roller coasters, the high means nothing until you come down. See, potential energy that doesn't turn into kinetic energy is wasted energy. You have a lot of people that waste their energy. What do you think about that?
That's a good way to put it. That's very interesting. So you think that correlates with high school? So people wasted their energy, right, up here.
Yeah, they wasted their energy.
They wasted energy that they was rising just to stop. And to fall back this way.
Imagine a bomb that never explodes.
What's the point of making the bomb?
Exactly. A flower that never blossoms.
So do you think, you said next year, right? It's your 10 years anniversary?
Yes.
10-year anniversary in school. What do you feel like you're going to see in that time?
I feel like I'm going to see many things. Some of the things I'm going to see is I'm going to see people that are doing extraordinary things that you might not have thought. You're going to see people that lived up to their perception, their standards. And then you're going to see people that
peaked in high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm anticipating seeing. I'm also going to anticipate seeing posers, people that want to pretend that they didn't peak in high school.
The facades.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Speaking of high school reunions, I thought about. I'm ready for mine, just to see. Even though I see everybody having these damn kids and families and stuff, and I'm like, bro, I'm not in the right headspace to have no child at no 24 years old. I got a friend. She's 23. She got 3 kids.
3 of them.
Ain't no way in hell. I don't care if I'm making $1 million right now. I am not in the headspace to have 3 kids at the age of 23.
I mean, having 3 kids, it's good when you got things set up. But when you ain't got things set up, it can ruin the trajectory of your life if you have certain goals that you wanted to reach. It can. Now, I'm not saying that it can destroy those goals completely, but it will make it substantially harder to fulfill some of those goals depending upon what they are.
No, that's valid.
So what happens is if you make bad decisions, you can limit yourself dramatically.
We know somebody that's been in those situations, don't we? Look, we ain't gonna look.
Oh, man.
Look, see, we ain't gonna go there.
Somebody trying to shed some
I'm
light.
gonna be hurt.
Listen.
Look, if the shoe fits, I promise you, somebody gonna watch what's gonna happen.
Boy.
Watch.
So relax.
I bet.
Relax. Come on now.
If the shoe fits, watch what's gonna happen. Is he talking about what? Boy, I got time.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing. There's a lot of people in this world that have made very similar decisions.
100%.
At the end of the day, if the shoe does fit, it does fit.
But it's all about how you come out of it, right? And when individuals make these bad decisions, they do nothing thus forth to get out of it, to move past it, to persevere through it. Then what are you doing with your life?
Sometimes bad decisions is what a person needs to experience to actually get themselves the motivation they need to actually go to where they should have been in the first place.
You gotta fall on their ass.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta fall to appreciate the top. Yeah. Sometimes people start life on a high, okay? Mm-hmm. They fall, and then they need to work their way back up.
That builds character. That builds that helps you create a foundation.
Yeah, it's like, think about the movie Juwanna Mann.
Okay.
You've seen Juwanna Mann, right?
Of course.
So you remember, dude in the NBA, hella ego, lost it all over his ego, self-destructed. Had to start from the bottom again as a woman. Now, I want you to think about the way that he treated women. Think about the way that he treated women at the beginning of the movie versus in the end. No, when he was forced to have to live through their perspective.
Yeah. You're right. That's valid. You're right.
It's all
changes your way of thinking.
Oh yeah,
changes your perspective. Because you got to see what do I always tell people, man? What's my biggest thing? Treat people the way you want to be treated. But one thing we forget to do is to put ourselves in the other person's shoes.
Oh yeah.
How are you being perceived to that person that you're talking to, that you're dealing with? How you think that make that person feel? Make that person feel. You gotta understand. You gotta read the room and know the individual that you're speaking with.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
If I know that me and you have another level of understanding, me and her, me and him, the other person might not have that same level of understanding. I can't say, "Well, you need to get your stuff together. You're not doing the right thing." I can say that to you, but to them, I gotta say, "Hey, you probably want to, think about doing things this way. You gotta switch up how you talk and communicate with certain individuals. Everybody receive things differently."
Well, some people receive certain things in certain ways better.
Okay. Give me an example of that.
So, like, you might be able to talk to Joe a certain way, but you might not be able to talk to Susan that way. You know what I'm saying? So you got to adjust how you talk, and you got to kind of code switch. And it's not to change who you are. It's about how to communicate more effectively.
100%.
And see, the problem is a lot of people mistake trying to communicate effectively with changing who you are. And that's where they get it all misconstrued.
Yeah. They do. They don't understand doing that hard work, taking that time to meticulously choose every word in the connotation and the tone that you give that word is what creates.
Oh yeah, and tone is everything.
The tone. It's
tone.
Look, what my mom always say, it's not about what you say.
It's about how you say it.
You better tell somebody. If y'all ain't grew up on that, it's probably the reason why half of y'all the way y'all are. But let me stop. I ain't even go. Boy, my mama didn't preach that. I don't know what she preached. Because I could, for the most part, no disrespect. Like, I wasn't disrespectful, but I could pretty much say whatever I needed to or ask whatever questions, but it's all about how I said it. And if my mom was to say things wrong, I'm like, Mom, why you, like what's going on? You all right? Let's kind of like revisit, because we got to work on the same accord, right? We got to hold each other accountable. And I was able to do that. Right? I mean, of course, as a grown-up, as a parent, you only get so far. But in turn, it really does teach you a lot about communication.
Well, how far you get is also dependent upon the level of respect too.
Yeah.
When you respect your parents, it's a lot easier for you to receive their messages.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And when they respect you, that in turn does the same from the other way too. See, when there's mutual respect, the best communication takes place.
Yeah. Mutual respect and mutual understanding, though.
Oh, yeah.
Understanding. See, do you believe that those people understand where they were in high school and maybe they haven't got where they needed to be?
Well, one thing that I do know is that life happens.
100%.
Things happen to people. Sometimes people were set up straight out of high school, went to college, and then things happen. Sometimes I know that there's probably dudes that went to college, probably killed themselves by now. There's suicide, self-deletion. There's some people go to jail. Some people turn into people you've never seen. You would never thought they would be.
I mean, a person changes over time.
Some people, nice women when you were in high school. Next thing you know, they got OnlyFans.
I know a few.
Next thing you know, you're seeing some oatmeal cream pies, man. I'm telling you.
I'm not finna play with you today. I
mean,
look, okay, so you said a thing before. You said 27 was the danger zone.
Well, actually, no. Kevin Samuels said. Okay, so let me explain it to you like this. So, when it comes to whether or not you peaked in high school, there are benchmarks that you can use in life to mark your progress. Good. You know, so most people graduate high school around 18 years old, right? And then you have, what my dad tells me is that around the age of 35, you pretty much lock into what you're going to be for the rest of your life. What's interesting is when you have your 10-year reunion, you're usually around 17, 18 years old. Now you're 27, 28 years old. Mm-hmm. That is a perfect halfway point between 18 and 35. So when you go to your high school reunion after 10 years, you can kind of not only mark your progress, but you can mark the progress of everybody else and see how they measured up, see how you measured up. And the good thing about it is when you're 27, 28 years old, you still have enough time to where you can change the trajectory of your life.
Self-correct.
You can self-correct and move to where you want to go. You still have time on your side.
Because at 27, if you ain't...
But you need to lock in.
If you ain't got something, you know what I'm saying?
You got to have something.
You better have something.
At some form
27?
of progress. 27?
What is you doing?
That's a decade.
No, 27, I need to be... I been graduated college. Potentially try to get a house. Don't know if I'm really going to go that route yet. Potentially start in a career, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I might want to take a time to just step back and live life a little bit before I start getting into that. But you got to have a plan. What did we talk about in one of our videos? What? Go ahead, give them the 5 Ps.
A whole lot of planning, man.
Uh-huh. What's the 5 Ps?
Proper planning prevents poor performance. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's valid.
You got to have.
That's valid.
See, because when you have proper planning, it will prevent poor performance.
That flies over everybody's head, though, honestly. Mm-hmm. I didn't even value what you said.
And you know what else flies over their heads? When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's what does it. That's what happens.
Say it again.
If you fail to plan.
It flew over my head the first time you said it, too.
If you fail to plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
What?
So that means you got to plan whether you got one or whether you don't. But you on a plan.
Do you believe the people that peaked in high school had a plan?
Some of them had plans. Some plans fall through.
But they never picked it back up.
They never picked it back up, or they didn't have a backup plan. So then they just kind of meandered. They just kind of fell into a rut.
Took it day by day.
And they planned and go how they wanted it to, but at the end of the day, you are responsible for what you do. You are responsible for what you do and what you don't do. So if you don't pick yourself up, if you don't run the race, even though you've fallen, you can't get mad when you lose. Because if you give up, that's on you.
Nobody else can make you stop.
Because there's plenty of people hungry. Mm. But the early bird gets the worm.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now. Do you believe you peaked in high school?
Do I believe I peaked? I would hope not. I wouldn't dare want to peak in high school because, I mean, if the best part of your life was at a point where you had to ask permission to go in the bathroom,
damn.
You ain't had much of a life.
Damn, you stooped down to that level, didn't you?
You might as well have just went straight from high school, straight to prison. At that point, you might as well.
Damn. What?
I'm pretty sure if you got a toilet in your cell, you ain't gotta wait. You got a toilet in your cell, you ain't gotta wait.
You got a good point. Damn, though.
I'm just saying, like that's your peak. High school.
Well, you gotta ask permission to go to the restroom.
Come on,
damn.
Man. I'm be like Soulja Boy when he said Drake. High school.
That's
you
crazy.
peaked in high school.
That's crazy.
The same place where you had to ask permission to go to the restroom.
That's crazy.
The same place where your mama had to ask permission to take you out of school.
No.
Oh no.
No.
The same place where you had to wait on a bell to go to your next spot. The same place where you had to get a free lunch.
Stop. Knock it off. Let's not go there. Knock it off.
Back when you had a bedtime, a curfew.
Wait, nah, I had no damn
you
curfew.
Need a curfew. Your peak in life was when you had a curfew. You had a curfew. I'm just saying.
Shit.
If you peaking in high school, man, I don't know what you're doing with your life, man. Come on. You could at least be doing something. You can at least be working at Walmart. Even if you
he gonna use Walmart all jobs. He gonna use Walmart. He trying to be funny.
At least be working. At least be at the register.
Look, I ain't no regular Walmart associate. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He's not regular.
Come on.
He's not regular. Cause you know why? Cause he didn't peak
in high school.
He sure didn't peak. And guess what? I can see the mountain.
Come on.
I can see the mountain, and he still got way more to go.
Climbing it.
Look, man, we going to Everest.
Hey, no, we're going beyond that.
We're going to, no, matter of fact,
we're going.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. We going to Never Rest, Mount Never Rest. Because we never rest. Come on, man.
I can't even laugh right now.
Come on, man. This man, let me tell you something about this man. This man works full time, managing. This man goes to college, studying. And this man go to the podcast. Something in. I couldn't figure out a word, but we're going to make it work. Yeah. Let me tell you something. This man always steady doing something. He managing his business. He still find time to work on a website.
Somebody else's business.
This man out here is far from his peak. He's still climbing the hill. That's what he's doing.
Climbing it. Fucking boy.
Climbing.
Boy, I'm telling you.
But I'm going to tell you this. When he get to the top of that hill, it's going to be a hell of a drop on the way down.
Man.
Because it's going to be a hell of a high.
On Mount
Never Rest. Boy, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, God. Oh, God, man. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I work hard for everything that I have in life. And I feel like at that age in high school, I had a good head on my shoulders. I grew up around good individuals, grandparents. Man, my stepmom was God's gift to me, man. She was amazing, man. I'm telling you, just instilled so much in me that just without her, I don't know where I would be, because she did come into our lives, because I have two moms. I don't know if y'all previously heard some of the other videos. I have two moms, and my mom, they've been together since I was 7 years old. I'm going to be 25 in 2 weeks, almost a week and a half, December 8th. And I think a lot came out of her and what she put into our lives. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that made me into the person that I am today.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give a shout out to all the great single moms that are out here doing their business.
Yeah.
We need to give a hand to them.
Yeah, come on. Because it's hard. Single parents, period, man.
Most definitely.
It's hard. But my mom wasn't single. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, but, she They was together.
Things happen.
Right. Okay.
Things happen.
Making sure you understand. Hold on. She was with somebody.
Don't think I be hating. Things happen. I get
my stepmom and my mom. You get it? You got it? You got it? They were together 20 years. Right?
It's a whole lot of potential, man. Everybody got to start on the hill somewhere.
Okay.
You know how it goes.
Don't I know how it goes? Yeah, tell me.
But like I said, everybody climbs their own hill. The question is, how far are you going up?
The way you know. I'm like,
yeah.
Boy, that was good. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just saying, how far are you going up? How far do you want to go?
Do you think that class reunion can light a fire under some of the people? Can make some of them people course correct and change their course in life?
I think that
based
might be
on what they see.
I think that might be an unspoken purpose.
Really?
I think so. I think that might be part of its design. I think when you stop putting benchmarks and when you stop rating yourself, when you stop comparing yourself to other people, because there is a healthy way to compare yourself to other people.
You stop doing that, you become complacent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you don't move forward. And life is like a treadmill. You got to walk to stay in place. You got to run to move forward. But if you stand still, you're going backwards. That's life.
Moment of silence.
That's it.
Yeah. Where you get that from? Damn, you just came up with that? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I need your source. Ain't no way. Nah, where you get that from? That shit was, that was like, ooh. Life is like a treadmill.
It is.
Come on. Where you get that from?
It's a conveyor belt.
Where you get that from?
Amazon.
No,
I didn't get that from Amazon.
Where you get that from?
I don't.
Who said you didn't pull that out? Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. That was too good, man. They ain't gonna understand that. What?
It goes over a lot of people's heads. It can't go too far over the. See, but here's the thing: it can only go over their heads if they ain't climbed the hill. If they was up there, if they was up that hill,
you won't let give it a rest, would you?
If
Go ahead.
If it was up the hill, man, it would be surface level of the hill. We be looking at I'd be looking at the helicopter like this. I'd be like, what's good? You ain't ever seen a helicopter nod? Bad boy say. I'm just telling you, man.
You on one tonight.
There's levels to it, man.
Yeah.
It's levels. It's levels to everything.
You on one tonight, man. You on one tonight. You bring the energy, man. I like that. I like the little different vibe on this video, wasn't it? Let you run the show. You bring the energy. I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit. So my energy kind of down, but I'm still messing with it. I'm still with it. I'm still there. I'm still here. You understand what I'm saying? By any means necessary.
But like you said, did I peak in high school?
Oh, bring it back.
Did I peak in high school?
Did you peak in high school?
No, I would actually say I'm doing even though I'm not doing as good as I should be. As good as I could be.
Okay.
Somehow, I'm doing better than most. And for that, I'm thankful.
Thankful every single day. Because it could be worse.
I've definitely fallen from time to time.
We all done that.
We've
all made bad decisions that we learned from, right?
Yes, we've all made bad decisions.
You thought about that? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
that set you back. Damn. What bad decision you thinking about? Damn.
I'm not thinking about any bad decisions. I got lotion in my eye. I got lotion in my eye, man. This bad boy.
Right at that point.
Yeah, it's funny.
You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig.
No, but I am thankful. I mean, I got a truck that really nice. It's my truck. It's in my name. I got a second car, just like you do. Both Acuras.
Old faithful. Old faithful.
Old faithful. Man, we gonna, you know what we need to do? We need to get a banner on our windshields.
Yeah.
The Old Faithful gang.
The Old Faithful gang.
Old F-G.
That TL gonna keep rolling, you understand?
O-F-G.
It's gonna keep going.
Off good.
Off good. Stupid, man. No, man. Nah, so you didn't peak in high school. That's a good thing.
No, I didn't peak in high school. I already know how a lot of people are gonna perceive me. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you're that dude that was making beats under the stairway. You was that dude that was always had his headphones on, and oh, you was that dude that was jerking and blah blah blah." You remember the jerk movement was hot back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, I was wearing the skinny jeans and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you were that dude that lost weight.
I can't wear them. I can't do them.
You was the dude.
That be like, God damn. All day long, uncomfortable. I said, nah, this ain't for me.
They're gonna be like, oh, you was the dude that Drake and Josh his way through high school.
Not Drake and Josh this way through high school.
Here's what I mean by that. You remember Drake and Josh? Josh was fat.
Of course.
Then he lost weight throughout the end of the show. Yep. I lost weight and I was skinny as heck. I was skinny as a rail by the end.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Boy, I was.
You blew up. Let me stop.
Look, okay, so I gained weight because CDL. Excuses. But guess what? I have lost about 50 pounds this year.
Man, come on.
50
Come on. Give me some round of applause, man.
I'm trying to look. Hold on.
What you trying to do?
I'm still running my race. I'm still climbing my hill. I'm still climbing my hill.
I knew it was coming.
I still got 30 more pounds to go. And I'm a bulk up.
You gonna bulk up?
I'm a bulk up. I'm a come in. You know what I'm talking about? I'm man. Come in. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be looking like Dwayne the Rock Royal.
Dwayne the Rock Royal. Is that what we doing now? Not to tug out you, man.
Yeah.
Boy, you a fool today, boy.
Boy, I'm gonna be Dwayne the Rock Royal.
Oh, God. You enjoyed yourself?
Oh, yes, I enjoyed myself. I enjoy myself every day.
I hope.
Even on my bad days.
Even on your bad days.
Even on my bad days.
Because each and every day is a good day because you woke up this morning. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Because it could be worse.
It could be worse. I could not wake up.
You couldn't be. You could be paralyzed.
My
could
knee,
be not walking.
My foot could hurt.
Could be in a coma. Could be in the hospital.
And my foot could hurt. My foot is my money maker, man. If my foot hurt, I can't.
You can't press the gas pedal.
And especially if I get arthritis and I start.
No.
If I do that, I can't grip the steering wheel. I need that for work.
I hope y'all enjoyed y'allself.
I need this for when I'm lonely too.
Oh, I knew it was coming. That's the hand you
Come on.
That's the hand. It's always the opposite. It's always the opposite.
It could be this one. I don't know.
I hope y'all
I done told y'all too much.
Stop.
I done told y'all too much. Hold on. Let me end this. I got to end this.
You didn't went too far.
I got to end this.
Go ahead.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Before we close out.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need y'all to go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Because guess what? We still haven't reached our peak.
And what mountain we climbing?
Mount Never Rest.
Because we never rest.